Hi everyone, I'm Grahtles and welcome to a new episode of City Skylines. This is Lochland, and if you're new to my channel and you don't know what I do Let's Plays, tutorials, tips, tricks on City Skylines. So if you like what you see, like, subscribe, comment, and share. So the last episode we put in some passenger trains, and I did a poll, and I asked if you wanted ferries, fishing, or a nature reserve park for the next episode. So although nature reserve and fishing were tied, fishing always seemed to be ahead until we got to that point. It would draw ahead, then it would tie, then it would draw ahead, then it would tie. So we're gonna do some fishing today, but don't be discouraged if you voted for nature reserve. We're gonna do that the next episode. And I did do a little bit of changing in our city, and I'll give you a look. So let me jump into it. Alright, so here we are, and let's see. So first off, first things first. So I know about the height of the bridge and the node. So although it wasn't connected, the cars were still passing through. I fixed that. I elevated the bridge. One of these pillars still, when the ship comes down, it hits it, but I like the look of the bridge, so I'm gonna leave it. The college I moved down. It was up in here, and I had a lot of people coming across and going to the college here, and they were driving, and I only have buses, and I'm terrible at buses. I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm really bad with buses. I'm better with trains, and I'm terrible with trains. So yeah, buses are not my thing. So anyway, I'm gonna probably clear a lot of the buses out in a later episode, because I definitely need to fix them and rerun them, because if I just quickly show you my bus routes, you will see why. They are overlapping and everything is just a mess. As you can see, they're just a mess. So anyway, no buses. Here's where we're going to do our nature reserve park next episode. This episode, we're going to put some fishing right down in here. So I did make a mistake. I'm going to tell you right now. It was with wording. I said shellfish. I meant salmon. We have salmon and tuna. So the only two we can use is salmon and tuna down in here, but we have plenty. I did go back and forth whether we should put the fishing harbor up here, but it seems pretty close to the shipping line. If I put it too far out, I am going to terraform just a bit, but I am going to keep it pretty coastal. I'm not going to really bulge this out at all. So yeah, I guess we should get started. I think that is about it. I did put in some extra parking because I was told that, well, I did see it on Biffers, but I was told by Joy too, that if there isn't enough parking, that they will drive around and cause traffic in your city, and that will wreak havoc on your traffic. So yeah, I fixed a lot of the traffic. I made sure I put in a lot of extra parking just here and there and here, just to make sure we had plenty of parking so they wouldn't drive around the city aimlessly. So now we'll jump in and get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the road, and not the path, the road, and go into rural and just grab one. And I'm going to bring the height to this. Now, like I said before, I don't want to bring it out too far, but I want to bring it probably here, and I don't want to bring it up too high. So I'm going to keep an eye on that as well, because I hate when the buildings sit too far up. So I think that's a good height. I think we'll come out by like 1. Like I said, I really just want it to be a pretty straightforward look here. I want to get a 90 degree. that brings that out way too far. I want to kind of follow the coast a little bit more and bring it back in. And let's pause the game because I don't want anything going crazy. Let's terraform this to the height. Let's get the brush size up a little bit. So we're just going to terraform this in. And that is not the right height, so let's go a little higher. And I don't care if we go past a little bit, it's fine. I just want to get about the same height. I'm just gonna delete this out. Now, do I think that's a little too high? Probably. We probably should come down a little lower. So I'm just gonna click it right about there and bring that down. Because I don't like it to be too high. Because otherwise the buildings just sit way too high. So we're just gonna come out like that. And we might bring this back in just a touch. Like I said, I really don't want to bring it too far into the river here. All right, let's turn it on and see what we get. All right, so once it washes away, we'll start to put in a couple of keys and we'll see what we get with this. We'll go keep it as straight as possible. That looks okay. That looks okay. Yeah, I think that looks okay. So, let me clean up the edge. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. And let's go ahead and see the fishing boats we get. So first we're going to need a fishing harbor. Then we're going to grab the salmon. And then the tuna. So let's just see about how big these are. I could place them sideways a little bit. So let's start off with that. Let's place one sideways. Let's get the fishing harbor in the middle. If it bounces up, I'm not worried. We'll use move it and bring it down a little bit. And then the salmon. I think what we're going to do is, because we have, let me take a look here. We have a lot of salmon up here. So, I mean, we do have a lot of salmon here. So we could bring him around this way. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. I think we'll keep the salmon. So, salmon, let's see if we can place him on the corner here. Nope, I think we're going to place him here. So we'll put him here, and then we'll relocate this guy just to the middle here, around there. And I think that's a good placement as far as spacing. Let's go ahead and bring this guy down. He is raised a lot. So just going to click on him, page this down a lot. There we go. Let's just see where the edge is there. I think that's good. We could even come down a little lower. Bring the edge of the, let's go up one, right to the edge there. I like that. We're going to do the same with this. I think that looks okay. And last. Alright, so let's just take a look. Nothing seems to be clipping wrong. That looks nice and smooth. That looks pretty smooth. Yeah, I think they look pretty good. Alright. So, let's pause again. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is, I do have this nice thing here. I think we're going to smooth this edge here. Because we do want to bring a road and curve it around. I'm just going to smooth this all out for now. Just to get the roads in where I want them. Slope. Let's see. So it works out pretty well. Let's take a road and we'll take this. Actually, let's curve this. We're going to go to the edge and then bring it up and around. And I think height-wise, that looks good. It's not too steep. I like it. Let's come down the other way. Let's see how we want to bring this one. Now that is definitely steeper, but it's still not bad at all. I think, you know, driving down, it's a little steep. I think we can make it a little better. We can either use the Move It, but I'm not used to, I don't know. I'm a vanilla player, so for me, Move It is a little bit of a, it's okay. You know, it helps a lot. It's my actual favorite mod, so I can't say it's okay because I actually really do like it. That's probably the one mod. If I had to pick a mod to use, it would be Move It. But yeah, definitely. Yeah, that would definitely be the one I'd want to keep. I'm definitely gonna turn on Anarchy though, because I do want to put some kind of rock on the edge here, just to kind of hide this, make it look a little bit better, something like that. And then you can bring the brush size down, just add a little bit of that. I think that's good. And then let's just come here. There we go. I just wanted to get rid of that little edge there. All right, so I think that looks good. Let's come back in, use the slope tool again. Let's come to about here. Let's see, right about here, and then I need a bigger brush size. I always forget because I always have to turn it up and down, up and down. So, but I think that's good. And let's grab the road. And I definitely like that better. Yeah, it's definitely better. Okay, so let's go ahead and attach all these roads. I think we could go straight pretty much. And we'll take this straight, and it looks like this one does bump down for some reason. But if we grab that node, just pull it back up. Not a problem. And that's why I love Move It. All right, so things like that I would definitely, you know, use Move It for. But other things, I'm kind of like, I'd just rather delete it and just start, you know, get it fresh. Here, I don't like this peeking through here. We're just going to grab that and just pull that down. Much better. Okay, so let's go ahead and connect up some roads. And then we'll connect up our lines. And then I think we'll put in some detailing, a fish market, fish factory. Yeah, I'll be right back. All right, so here I just kind of pushed the land back just a bit. I'm gonna check out how big the fish market is and the fish factory. It's not that big actually. I'm gonna actually face them on the same road for now, and then I'm gonna make a road behind them. Come on, get out of there. And connect another road back in here. So let's just take this there we go. And it doesn't have to be too crazy because we're gonna actually put it back as soon as we put the road in. Just want to make sure they both fit quite nicely. Let's grab a road. We'll keep the two. Let's go straight. And this is a bit bigger than the other building. So we'll just put that in there. We'll take this probably down to here. Come past here and come to here. Yeah, I think that's good. So then I'm not gonna use move it. I'm actually going to just relocate. So I just want to figure out exactly where I want to put it. And then I think we'll do the same with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out there. And then we're going to terraform the land kind of back to the edge of the road there, but not perfectly. Whoops. We just want it kind of just, in, out, sort of like that. This edge could kind of creep up just a little bit there. This maybe will come and we'll smooth it back just a little bit. Something like that. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. We might actually do the same thing over here. Let's take this and just bring it back into here. Like they almost carved the land out just to put in this kind of thing here. And then we'll just take this and smooth it around the edge. Just like that. Whoops. I hit the wrong button. Okay. So yeah, I don't mind that at all. Okay, let's hook up these fishing routes and I'll be right back. Wow, look at that. We hit Grand City. So we got a population of 16,000 and we get some extra stuff, but we kind of had most of that stuff because we have the find it on. So yeah. All right, let's get back to watching our boats. Alright, so now that we got the fishing set up, let's go ahead and add to the area. So we do have a high demand for industry. What I think we'll do is if we go into here and we hit custom and industry, we have some of these buildings in here and we can find some level 1s. This is level 1. This is level 1. And there's a few others. So I'm going to go ahead and put in some of these around the area and then we're going to decorate or detail. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I think they grew in quite nicely. This one was supposed to be blue, but it's the same color. It's fine. So I think what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and do our surface painting. And we'll make this all in the concrete look with the it definitely looks more industrial and seaportish. Just come down like that. All right, so I think that looks pretty good. I think we filled it out quite nicely. I think we will add a little bit more. Something coming up in here. I think even just some trees and stuff like that, and then we can fill it out later on. But yeah, this is going to be our fishing market. So I really hope you enjoyed this. I am going to fill in just a bit more of the trees, and then we'll do a little bit of an overview. Okay, so I think this is going to conclude today's episode. I did want to put in a little bit of a thought. Maybe down the line, we'll extend this out and bring it down, and maybe do a boat museum and maybe some cargo. Shipping cargo. I think that might be nice. Next time, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do this as a nature reserve park. And I think the only way you're going to be able to get to it is paths only. So we'll probably just do a road and connect the gate to it, and then bring you across on some walking paths. Yeah. So I think we're going to leave this episode off with a bit of a boat ride. And if you like my content and you want to see more, click that like button, subscribe, comment, and share. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.